In ancient Egypt, during the 14th century BC, the sun-drenched lands were cloaked in a crimson shroud. In the land of the pharaohs, temples dedicated to hundreds of gods rose skyward, while priests stood as guardians of old traditions. But one day, Pharaoh Amenhotep IV ascended the throne, destined to lead a transformation that would echo through the ages. At first, Amenhotep IV ruled like a traditional Egyptian pharaoh. Yet over time, an inner unease began to grow. His doubts about the old gods deepened. One night, gazing upon the waters of the Nile, he came to believe that a single power illuminated all existence: the sun god, Aton. From that moment on, he would worship only Aton and would lead his nation toward this new faith. Amenhotep IV changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning useful to Aton. The reign of the old gods was over. Akhenaten banned the names, statues, and rituals of Amun, Osiris, Isis, and the other ancient deities. He enacted revolutionary decrees to break the power of the priests. Temples were closed. No god but Aton was to be worshipped. He abandoned the traditional capital of Thebes and founded a brand new city in the desert. Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna. Akhetaten was an extraordinary capital. Its temples were devoted to the light of Aton. Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti became the faces of this new faith. On the walls, instead of the old gods, scenes depicted people and families blessed by Aton's rays. Art embraced simplicity and naturalism. For the first time, the royal family was shown in everyday life. The reign of the old gods, unbroken for millennia, was suddenly overturned. Some embraced this new era with enthusiasm. Others felt deep fear and unease. The priests lost their power, and the people saw their familiar world upended. Akhenaten dedicated his life to the singularity of Aton. But his revolution would last only as long as he and his family lived. Upon Akhenaten's death, he left behind a void and a city in ruins. Soon after, his successors restored the old gods. Akhetaten was abandoned. Akhenaten's name and reforms were forbidden. His statues were destroyed, their faces defaced, his name erased from history. Years later, his son Tutankhamun returned to the old traditions, erasing the era of Aton from official records. Yet despite all efforts to erase it, traces of Akhenaten's sun-born revolution remain among the ruins of Amarna. Even today, millennia later, historians still ask, was Akhenaten the first monotheist prophet in human history, or merely a forgotten dreamer? Perhaps the lost son of Egypt, the light of Aton, still seeks to tell its story across the ages.